What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the SOOP Duel series. It's time for SOC versus Sacsri. We got Sacsri over here in the top right-hand corner, SOC in the bottom left, and both these players have made multiple appearances in the SOOP Duel series so far, neither of them doing super well. And so I'm interested to see whether these two guys are going to be evenly matched or not. Sacsri's been beaten up on a little bit. SOC has taken his lumps as well. Maybe these guys are well matched and we'll get a nice long series. I'm interested to see how SOC will try to play this one out. He's not as good with his medic marine control as some of these other top tier Terran players. Definitely relies more on 1-1-1 and tech-heavy plays, like going for Valkyries early. Whereas Sacsri, pretty middle-of-the-road Zerg player. Doesn't tend to take a lot of big risks. More interested in getting into a nice macro late game and just getting into his tech play. Going for ultras and doesn't like to get too fancy, so if he's got very solid defense, he's able to stop whatever Sacsri or whatever SOC pulls out, then Sacsri should be good in the late game. We'll see if SOC wants to transition. If we do get to the late game, I imagine we're going to see some sort of mech transition from SOC. Oh, looks like we're a little bit frozen here. Seems like we're back. Something was going on there with the connection. But we're good to go. First Marine out. Just a 1-Rex fast expand. Nothing out of the ordinary just yet. And he hasn't taken his gas either. So maybe playing a little bit different than what I was expecting. Nice block there. Marine popping out at a really opportune time. Will he get the kill? Not quite. One more hit on that. If the Marine returning from the front I had been paying a little bit more attention, would have gotten a couple more hits on that and definitely killed that first drone. But now Lings are out on the map. These Marines need to retreat. Sacsri, will he be going for 2.5 hatch? That's what I expect from him. Wow, SOC is actually going to go for Marine medic play. We're reliant on a very early eBay finishing up now. Getting that +1 going so that he can have a strong mid-game timing with just pure medic marine. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. I imagine we're going to see Sacsri kind of pull the marine numbers apart, get in there with some really good control and start to harass that. We'll be going for that 2.5 hatch play. And then Sacsri can kind of get into that late game. Because one thing about this, a very quick +1 build, is you're going to be investing a lot more into Marines and Medics. And you're going to have a much slower tech timing. Everything's going to be slowed down by quite a bit. Oh, thank you, Tenno, for the 90-day sub. Everything's going to be slowed down quite a bit, yeah, and he's not going to be busting open Sacsri really early on unless Sacsri makes a mistake, if he controls poorly with his mutas, and that's just kind of out of the realm of possibility. I see Sacsri play quite a bit. He's one of my favorite Zerg players. I think he will be able to outdo SOC when it comes to mutalist control against this early medic and marine. You can see now SOC's still sitting here behind the wall. He hasn't been able to force any sort of sunken colonies. And wow, a fourth hatchery, excuse me. Going up to 5 racks is actually quite strong against this. Sacsri is spreading himself pretty thin. You can see doesn't have enough money right now to produce 7 mutas right off the bat, but he's going to be able to produce, you know, maybe 4 or 5 mutas to start. Get a few drones out here as well. Needs to produce quite a few drones to get this, get some juice out of this third base. You can see SOC is just going to have so many medic and marine. He's going to have an incredible amount of bio. The best play against something like this is to go very quickly into lurker. You want to get right into your tech transition, have those lurkers out, and then the marine medic is not going to do nearly as well. But Sacsri having this third base, that's just another point of weakness for the marine medic to exploit. This is not looking good for Sacsri at all, one bit. Can SOC bring these marine medic to bear? And actually denied this third base. If Sacsri really gets that online and he's able to bully these marine medic off the field, there's a very good chance that Sacsri will win this game. He's just got this base online so damn quickly, man. That is so fast. He's gonna have a ton of lings and mutas. He hasn't added on his third gas just yet, which I'm a little bit surprised about. He really wants to focus on making a lot of lings here, clearly. Otherwise, you know, what is he going to spend his money on? Got 600 gas and minerals in the bank right now. Can't actually spend it. He's a little bit supply blocked. He's going to be putting together a huge force here shortly, though. There's the Overlord popping, and he can start to produce once again. Marines and medics are making their way over towards that natural. It's wide open natural, guys. Nothing in the way of this marine medic, and the Overlord has not spotted that just yet. One sunken colony is being made. Dude, I think that Sacsri's completely misread what's happening in this game. Yeah, he has no idea about this force making its way over towards this natural. Oh, a lot of links are going to come together here, but the mutas are going to be pushed back. That's so much bio, and the connection between these marines and medics was great. Bringing those together right now is perfect timing. Sunken colony there on the high ground, holding SOC back for the time being. These mutas have not been able to get great connections so far, killing off just a few scant marines and medics. We're getting closer and closer to critical mass where Mutalisk and the Ling just cannot fight it any longer. Coming up onto this high ground. One sunken colony doing a lot of work here, but no second sunken colony. It's just pure Mutalisk fighting this back. Yeah, it looks like SOC is just going to push through for the win. A lot of mutas coming up in the rally point, catching some of these bioforces coming up, but he's going to lose the hatchery here on high ground, along with all the drones at that position. A lot of Mutalisk going down here in this fight as well. The Lings are helping out a lot, but you can just hear all the Mutalisk death, and SOC takes game number 1. Bit of a surprising game, that first one. I wasn't expecting the pure MM play from SOC, but there it is. Making it look pretty good. They did come down to the play from Sacsri being a little greedy, though. It was some pretty outstanding levels of greed. Adding on that many drones and getting such an early third base. 8 racks is going to be the choice here from SOC with that lead. Ooh, 9 pool out of Sacsri. This is not what I was expecting. But this is going to play out very nicely for Sacsri. Of course, SOC, once he identifies this, he can float the barracks back and just hold that wall. But this still doesn't feel good. I think this is going to even out pretty closely between the two. Neither player going to come out into a very good advantage. It's cross map as well, guys. That 8 racks is never going to do anything. The 9 pool, no speed there, so he will have that hatchery out in not too long. Gonna scout cross map as well. Look at this. Sacsri Sacsri just getting over here and making sure that there's no shenanigans. Check that center, make sure that there's not a double racks or anything like that. He sees that first Marine out here at 210. He knows. He knows 8 racks is on the way, and his build is going to do quite well. 6 lings so far. He might even make another set. Go up to 8. Straight across the map right now. Straight across the map to go and deal this damage. Oh my god, are you kidding me? This SCV was sent to the middle of the map specifically. Oh, he's dead. Specifically to catch lings coming across the map. And look at this. Lings are going to come directly into this natural. SCV was not pulled in time. A lot of SCVs are going to come out here to try and save the Marine. The surround is pretty good, but quite a few SCVs will end up going down. Marines are going across the map right now. Kind of insane. He's actually building a bunker on the other side. He's like, I got to do damage now. And he will just leave. Oh my goodness. Bit of an anticlimactic game here. Sacsri just goes around the Marines. Unlucky scouting path there for SOC. And here we are. On kickback. Sacsri bottom right. SOC in the top left. I'm expecting for sure that SOC is going to go for a teched out play. This map has kind of been figured out by these Zerg players and Terran players alike. It's just a very strong crazy Zerg map. And so to get around that, a lot of Terran players are going for teched out 1-1-1 or mech plays. Some of them going for early Valkyries into a mech switch. That can be a strong way to play on this map. You gotta undermine the Zerg's ability to go crazy Zerg here. If you're just gonna play a straight up bio style, then we've seen kind of how that goes in the ASL. Soul Key showed exactly how powerful that build can be. You can see gas on the way. SOC definitely going for that 1-1-1 play, or not just 1-1-1, but some sort of early tech here. Got the 12 pool or 12 hatch out of Sacsri. He's not going to be afraid of any sort of 8 racks coming down. He knows he's going to be absolutely fine. It's very hard to place a bunker. Like, you can't really bunker rush on this map. Bunker rushing here just doesn't make sense. There's too much creep. And here in cross map, it's going to be so far away. I mean, I guess you could bunker rush and go into the main, but there's just going to be so many drones. The drones can come right off the line and start fighting you immediately. Would be funny to see someone do 8 racks and then walk into the main and walk right behind the mineral patches. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds like something a ladder player would do against me. I just wouldn't even see it coming because I don't have the Overlord sitting in front of the natural, kind of like Sacsri flying his out onto the map. Factory on the way here in the main. We'll see if he goes for a second factory, if he wants to get... It seems like he's going to go for possibly double starport. I'm not sure how many are on that gas. Probably not. Not enough gas has been mined here. Looks like he's going to go into a pretty quick CC. And then maybe double starport after that. Yeah, he's mining a lot of gas right now after the CC. Good chance we're going to see a lot of rates get made. Sacsri has Vulture Speed on the way. What's he going to be throwing down after this? Actually, I don't see a starport at all. Did he add a armory in that top corner? Maybe going to go full on mech here instead. That would be fun. I'd like to see a mech game versus Sacsri. I think Sacsri is one of the best at just cranking out units and going really wide. Yeah, it is an armory. Okay. Interesting. Probably go directly into +1 armor. Does help out a lot against mutalist plays. And there is a Spire here at the front. Third hatchery is coming up really nice and early. These vultures could get a lot of damage, though. Gonna wait for that third vulture and speed to finish up. And then just go try to run right past this wall. Quite a few lings have been made. Is this enough, though, to actually block and prevent these vultures from sliding by? Oh, it's like the bare minimum of lings. It's the absolute bare minimum. Can he actually stop that? Oh, okay. Gonna go back to the wall. He knows that there could be a third vulture coming. Gonna lose one drone. Oh my gosh, that range. That range is so rough. 2 drones have died so far. A third one about to go down? No. That does live for now. Third drone kill. Not quite yet. Still, a lot of damage has been done. This is quite frustrating. The 2 vultures trying to slip by. They slip by on the top side. Oh my gosh, this is getting really bad now. Oh, gonna trap one of the vultures there on the high ground, one on the low ground. Not exactly ideal for Sacsri right now. Doesn't have burrow or anything like that. Gonna go after this vulture. Finally gonna get rid of that. One more drone kill here. 14 drones remain, guys. Not a great situation here for Sacsri. That is for sure. The damage has definitely been done, and SOOP can easily transition now into this mech play. Get himself into a very good spot. You can see he's just building his first Goliath right now. Wait, where are his turrets in the main base? That's a little bit scary. He's got turrets over here at the natural. Turrets are not done in the main. 2 Goliaths are out. But he can start to kill off some SCVs here for sure. 1. Nope, not getting a second SCV so far. Just 5 mutas on the field, so not quite able to get in there and deal the damage he would have liked to. Replenishing this drone count as quickly as he can. SOOP gonna go ahead and get a starport immediately after. You can see he is gearing up for what appears to be an up mech style. If that is indeed what he's going for. He could also, you know, start an upgrade here at the eBay. Switch back into Marine Medic. That is for sure a possibility. We could see that happen. I'm not sure if it's going to be the strongest play, but it is absolutely a possibility. Vultures here getting caught by the mutas that are spread around the map, making sure that he can see everything. That was some good spreading from Sacsri to pick up on that. Very important that he doesn't take any more damage at this point. He's already taken enough. He's quite far behind the curve. And SOOP is just going to go straight up mech. Yeah, there's a science facility. He'll have a vessel out here shortly. I didn't see if the eBay was blinking. That's the big tell. If the eBay's not blinking, then you know it's going to be up mech. If the eBay's blinking, then it could be, or then it will be just a vessel, and then straight into, you know, +2 and a Marine Medic. So I gotta get another shot of the base here. Nope, the eBay is floating, and that armory is spinning. So full on mech play from Sacsri. This could be a really fun game, guys. Really fun game indeed. I do enjoy watching Sacsri play against mech. SOOP pretty darn skilled when it comes to mech play as well. Drone in the middle of the map. Okay, not sure what that was doing out there, but probably just a misrally. Let's be sending a drone all the way up to top right, by the way. Drone heading all the way up here. Looks like vultures might think about running by. They're gonna be caught heading up towards that north. Oh, he should be able to kill this. Okay, he does get it. If he didn't get that, he could have lost the drone. Ooh, I think there's another vulture headed up there. Looks like it's going to be caught as well. It's going to be taken down. It's very important that Sacsri starts this hatchery over in top right. He needs to get another base going. And SOC delaying that at all is kind of catastrophic. So he will start that. Needs to send something in to just kind of figure out what's going on here. It kind of seems like he's just figuring it out without actually flying into the main. He's definitely making the right moves, as though he knew that this was up mech. Yeah, so we've got 2 vessels here. There's no way to break that with Muta. Absolutely no chance. And so just throwing down the double evolution chamber plus Queen's Nest is the right choice. He's going to be able to make a ton of queens. He's clearing out these mines, making sure that he can open up these positions to eventually make way for hatcheries. Pokes in here. He sees the vessel. Now he knows for sure. Absolute confirmation for Sacsri there. He is completely aware of what's going on. Can begin his Hydralisk production, and queens will be coming out here shortly as well, I imagine. Still, it's going to be a little tough. SOC has such an easy third base. And Sacsri can't rely on these bases in his main for too much longer. They're going to start running out here pretty soon. Same goes for SOC, of course, but SOC is going to he's going to get into everything he needs. He's going to have a whole bunch of vessels. He's going to have a ton of tanks. The Goliath army is going to be almost unbeatable. This mech army is looking very strong. Well, it's not that big just yet, but the factories are finished now, and it's going to start to get pretty big. In fact, he's moving straight across the map. He wants to force an engagement with all of these queens sitting back at home, just gathering energy. It's the perfect time to go across the map and force that engage. Diving in directly on top of these turrets. He's actually going to counterattack, see what he can do over at this natural. Pull these irradiated Mutalisks out. Pulling them out, but not before taking quite a bit of damage. Can he actually dive on top of one of these vessels? That would be a big pickoff. Can he actually get it? Looks like he will. Picks off the vessel there. The list count has been severely reduced. Bunch of SCVs coming up with this too. Kind of funny. Looks like he's going to start turrets. Actually starting them a bit too close. We'll start to siege up here. The Spire is in the front, which is a bit of a difficult situation for Sacsri right now. If he loses that Spire, he will be completely pigeonholed into one style of play, and then SOC can start making pure Vulture plus tank, which is very cost efficient. Nice snipe there on the vessel. Getting rid of that is quite key. He's waiting just a little bit longer, hoping that he can utilize these broodlings, but he's going to have to go for it. Diving directly onto the tank. He will kill the tank immediately. Now the Hydras are going to get up into range here. This should be easily broken. Yeah, all of these turrets are kind of unnecessary, especially now that the Spire is gone. Most of the Mutas were killed earlier, and he's been transitioning to Hydras for quite some time. So Sacsri breaks this with relative ease. Hasn't lost any drones, but did lose the Spire. Almost has energy for these queens to go across the map. If SOC tries to take a base right now, and he really does need to take a base relatively soon, the queens could come in clutch to actually break through that position, allow the Hydras to deal their damage. Mutas here are going to be baited in by the Goliaths. Just have to pull back. Ooh, gotta be careful with these mines. He's gonna send the Overlord out ahead of this stuff. Looking for some drone kills here. Looks like he might kill a lot of drones. Oh my goodness, this is so many drone kills. Down to 3 over at this 4th. Sacsri hurting on economy right now. He did manage to reset that early army of SOC. And he's got the queens now. The queens are ready. They've got the energy. This push out from sSak, this push towards a 4th base, not going to be successful with 8 queens ready to fight. He's going to be able to come in and hit all of these tanks. These tanks are going to be absolutely crushed. As long as he gets the connections that he's looking for. He's sending the Overlord out first. He'll be cloning these queens. Was he actually able to see there? Noah Builder, thank you for the gems, man. You've been entered to win that ASL jacket. Here we go. Hydra's attacking first. He needs the vision in order to get these shots off. Good target fire here from the Goliaths of sSak. Most of the tanks do go down, but most of the queens have been killed as well. That was a very good engagement for sSak. I think this is a little bit too eager from Sacsri. Should be waiting for sSak to move towards a 4th base and then coming in to hit those tanks in the back line. Thank you, Brainiac, for the 50 gems. You have also been entered to win that ASL jacket. Much appreciated, my friend. I'll be updating that gem skull here shortly. No more sunken colonies in the natural. And Sacsri, I don't think he's spotted this big army moving up towards top right just yet. Otherwise, the Hydra Ball wouldn't be down at bottom center chasing around a bunch of vultures. Now he's way out of position, and this army's going to get right up in the front, start to siege up, kill off all of these sunken colonies. The emergency sunkens up here are not going to cut it. Back at home, what does sSak have? Because Sacsri is on the warpath. He's heading this direction. Can he actually break through, make like a counterattack happen? Because he is in desperation mode. No, he cannot break through there. And sSak's just going to kill this base up in the top right. Practically for free. This is what happens when you waste your queens. Try to engage into a balled up Terran army. It's not going to go well, and Sacsri now just sitting on even bases. He's lost a ton of drones. He spent a lot of money over in that top right building sunken colonies. Look at all the sunken colonies that have died so far. This is a really tough loss for Sacsri. Go ahead and parasite that as the queen falls. He's only got about 3 queens left. I think he did make another round. This Hydra's just going to die for free as well. That sucks. That really is painful. Some of these queens are ready to fight once again. Almost got that energy for Broodling, but sSak might be able to return home with this army. In fact, he's going to group up these 2 armies and possibly go in for the kill now. Here comes those queens. See, this is what you want to do. Exactly this. Right as the Terran army is moving, as they're in a bit of disarray. Coming in for the queen snipes. He gets 3 nice queen snipes. Gets them out as well. Going to be able to retain those for later. That's a lot of queens, guys. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of queens. Holy. 4th base is coming up for sSak. Not a moment too soon. His natural's already mined out. His 3rd is going to be mined out here soon too. Drop over towards this 3rd base is interesting. This will definitely get off, and it'll be hard for sSak to deal with. Oh, wow. Catching the army on the retreat, and the SCVs are going to come off to fight immediately. Come off the line. He cleans this up pretty darn well. Kind of a funny response there from sSak. Kind of TVT-esque. Pulling the SCVs to fight the drop as it lands. But it worked out pretty well for him. He didn't lose that many SCVs, and he kept the CC alive, all that good stuff. +2 is done on these Hydras, but this army is looking devastating. He actually needs to hit this sooner rather than later. You can't be sitting here waiting for too much longer. Oh, no EMP, just a irradiate. That's fine. Gets the parasite in the midst of all of these tanks. He's definitely going to be able to hit this tank line. That's for sure. But how good is this to control with all of these queens? He's going to go around the side. Starting to target down some of these queens. Over at the bottom left, yeah, a lot of those queens end up going down. And look at this, the Goliaths themselves could just push through everything. This is GG. Yes, quite a lot of broodlings end up getting spawned, but Goliaths alone will push through for the win. All right, we've got SOOP bottom right and Sacsri in the top right. Sacsri falling a little bit flat there in that last game. The first engagement with the queens, often the most important engagement of the entire game, did not go his way. Of course, not much went his way that game. He did lose a lot of drones to those early vultures. That run by was well done by SOOP. It's so hard to block with just a few lings and a single sunken colony. Takes, what, 3 hits from a sunken to kill a vulture, and they're so speedy. A little bit unfortunate here on Deja Vu. Pretty difficult map for Zerg overall. We'll see if he's able to bring this back to an even series. I certainly think he is capable of it. Oh, overpool with gas. Interesting. Really mixing it up here. This is not what I expect from... Ow, CC first from SOOP. Ooh, I think SOOP might be dead again. So far, the games that SOOP has lost, or the game that SOOP has lost, has just been a straight up build order loss with a bit of mis-scouting. Like, he could have possibly held on to that first, that game where he lost, but he completely missed the scout. And this time it's a true build order loss. This is where you just kind of, yeah, you just kind of tap out. Like, once you see that this is coming, it's yeah, it just makes sense to leave the game. Has not scouted where SOOP is just yet, and so we'll see if the links go directly down to bottom right. I think they will, in fact. Sacsri hasn't built any more links, so he's only 4 links. Oh, he's actually spreading. He's splitting. All right, he's gonna split off these lings, head in different directions. So not all 4 lings are gonna arrive here at the same time, but he sees this now. He's gonna definitely turn those lings over. Try to get on top of this marine if he can. Okay, just gonna run by for now. More lings will be coming here shortly. Oh no, that ling! Oh my gosh, that ling. That is indeed frustrating. So Sacsri didn't build as many lings as I was expecting. Just the 4 is not really gonna do the job. It's not gonna be able to shut down SOOP here. He can just fight with SCVs and get this bunker up. And now SOOP is going to be in a great spot. Man. That is a little bit frustrating. There are more lings being made, by the way. He made more lings instinctively when he saw that command center, but didn't realize that this is all just going to be locked down now, and he's not going to be able to do anything with these lings, man. These lings are going to be absolutely useless. In fact, a SCV will get into the natural now, and in this position, you are going to be just heartbroken as Sacsri. Built, what, 8 lings and got nothing done against the CC first. That is rough. Looks like he gets an SCV here. Over at that corner. It's SCV in the main base as well. Pretty annoying for SOOP to just come in and start attacking the drones. Sometimes that actually gets a kill if you just happen to be paying attention to a ling on the other side of the map. You know, you're running by or whatever. Sometimes that will just get the kill in your mineral line and put you even further behind. These lings trying to loop around the backside. They have that ling speed. This is a ton of lings, guys, that were made, and he's gonna get absolutely nothing out of this one marine. One Marine. Sacsri just gonna all in Muta. Not really any other choice. He's hoping that SOOP will just be a little late on his turrets. That is the hope. Not sure if it's gonna come to anything, but he's banking it all on SOOP just being slightly too late. Look at that, 32 workers to 17. Not a lot of hope here for Sacsri right now, but he is diving in just before the turrets are done. Gonna get this turret at the periphery. Can he get this SCV? He does get the SCV at the bottom. 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs, 4. Another, oh, turret does finish. 4 SCVs and a couple of Marines. This is not the best start, but it's more than nothing. Better than nothing. Maybe he can dive in on this turret. No. Pretty good defense there from SOOP. Gonna keep that alive for the time being. Maybe open up the top of the mineral patches here. Kill that turret right there. No, just going after some more SCVs. In a game like this, you're just banking on the escalation of Mutalisk numbers. You're just waiting on more and more Mutalisks to arrive. Getting higher and higher, closer and closer towards that 11 count, and then diving in and just going for broke, keeping the Mutalisks coming, and keeping that count high despite losing them over and over again. Just pile on the damage. Actually, SOOP moving out right now is kind of insane. Yeah, that's not a great call from him, but maybe he can force things back. Maybe he can force the Mutas to turn around now. I think that Sacsri will rightfully just sit on top of these barracks and, oh god, SOOP is going to turn around. This could actually result in a win. If SOOP was just sitting here at home with the Marines on high ground waiting for these Mutas to dive, he would win this game 100%. But now there's a slight win condition. Maybe Sacsri can beat this little group of bio and not allow these turrets to come back up. Oh, he made a mistake there. Kind of missed out on that medic kill. He does get it in the turnaround. Back up to 12 Mutas. Continuing to pump pure Mutalisk off of these 2 bases. Diving back in, looking for some kills. Trying to kill off as many Marines as he can, but he's just not getting there. He does get the SCV, but turrets are going to start to finish up here, and he's not getting kills on these Marines. Not the best target fire from Sacsri. Going to dive on these Marines at the bottom of the ramp, but the bunker is there as well. This is just not quite enough. He's going to let all of his Mutas die, and GG is called. Sacsri taps out. A little bit close there. Was a tiny bit scary for a moment there for SOOP. Dab, man. Thank you for the 100 gems, man. You have been entered to win 2 times, actually. 2 entries to win that ASL jacket. Appreciate that gift very much, guys. We're hopping into this next one. We've got Sacsri down here, and oh my god, a 4-pool. Oh boy, Sacsri just gonna 4-pool this? Are you serious? What am I looking at? SOOP putting his barracks up on high ground. You might actually lose just because of that. Not having your barracks in your main. It wasn't 8 racks though. That's a extremely quick rack. So maybe if he gets out here and spots the Lings coming, if he sees the spawning pool, maybe he can pull the Marines back and get SCVs into the wall. This is just, it's such a bad build, honestly. The 4-pool, it's been gamed out so well by Terran players. They just know, you know, you're gonna have so many more SCVs. SCVs have so much health. They can just fight. Just straight up just fight you. Lings are not that strong. They're not as powerful as they use. Like, this 4-pool play, just not as good as it used to be, man. It's not what it used to be. Here comes the SCV. Is he going to be able to get around the SCVs? Okay, he's going to see the Lings now. Yeah, there's the Lings. He sees them. turn around and send every single SCV to this front. Every single SCV should be pulled. I don't know why he's not pulling them right now. He should be pulling them all. Pull all the SCVs. Every SCV. What are we doing? There's a bunker. He pulls 4 SCVs. That's not enough. That's not enough. What are we doing? Pull everything. Pull everything. This is completely all in. This is completely all in. SOC. SOC, making a bit of a mistake here, man. I'm really not sure what to say. He's gonna tuck his Marines into the mineral line, I suppose. Waiting on that bunker right now. Okay, the bunker is gonna finish here. This is some pretty bad control. Oh my god, the Marine actually going over the wall there. Walking on top of the bunker rather than getting inside of it. There we go. He will get inside the bunker finally. I mean, this is about as sloppy as it gets, but I think SOC will still win. Possibility this game goes on a little bit longer, but it's not looking good for Sacsri with that bunker done in the main base. Oh, SCV gonna fight 2-on-1 versus these drones. Not that powerful. SCVs are not that strong. Drones 2-on-1 will still win. Oh, diving on top of the bunker. Oh my goodness. Well, this is just about as much slop as I've ever seen in my life, but here we go. Diving on that bunker. Gets a couple SCV kills. Just down to 10 workers now. His 2 Marines can actually start to push everything back. All the Lings are now gone, and he can actually make more Marines to just kind of push this away. Start to get aggressive once again. Sacsri will actually have to make Lings, kind of funnily enough. In a situation like this, you can't just slack on building Lings because Marines will come across the map and kill you. It'll look like a very weird game from here on out. These 2 Lings coming back. Eventually, yeah, see, he has to build 2 more Lings. He's only got 7 drones and he's stuck here building Lings right now. He's going to try and take a hatchery. All right, I guess. There's going to be like 5, 6 Marines pretty soon, and they can just walk across the map. Even naked Marines will win against these Lings without speed, low numbers. So he will grab that hatchery. Only 3 Marines here. It's kind of funny. I thought he would have more than this by now. All right. Oh, he's actually got 1 Marine over to the side there. That's going to hurt him a lot. Kind of surprised he didn't have all the Marines together here. Just trying to ring around the rosy. Let the SCV block for him a little bit. He does kill all the Lings, but he loses all of his Marines again. Some serious slop going on here, guys. Yeah, this is kind of wild. Sacsri actually might be able to bring this one back, funnily enough. SOC might have messed around so much. There's a chance that things can get out of control enough for Sacsri to get back in this game. He's going to run by into the main. Yeah, we'll just lose that Ling to a bit of good drone or SCV control. Nice block there. Just trapping that behind the mineral patches is pretty rough. Sacsri get into his lair. Lair starting at 6 minutes is kind of wild. But here we are in a very wild and wacky game. 11 drones on the field. Natural going to finish up here soon. Lair on the way. Gas getting started from SOC behind this. And so Sacsri kind of... Oh, wait. SOC hiding his Marines over here. What is he doing exactly? I'm kind of confused, man. These Marines are looking for an Overlord or something? It's way too late for that. We're at 6 minutes 30. The mutas should be at the base by now. The Overlords are not making its way over. Gonna come in and see the lair. That's some good information for SOC. He knows kind of when he needs to prepare for Mutalist play. This Sacs gonna get real cheeky and go for like Lurker or something like that. Wouldn't be too bad of a plan. Getting rid of that bunker, it's kind of annoying. Must be slowing down the mining just slightly. And behind this, we're going to see +1. Yeah, if he went for a Hydralisk Den right now, Sacsri would be in a pretty decent spot, pretty reasonable spot. He starts to Spire. Because SOOP went for this early +1, he's probably going to go 5 racks again. And just build into a huge Marine force. If you put lurkers out front of this base, it just becomes a nightmare. Absolute nightmare for SOOP. And Sacsri could absolutely have a great chance of winning that game. Building a lot of links right now. Dude, he's just going all in. Absolutely all in. He's going to try and kill this bunker. See if he can get in there. Deal that damage. If he kills the bunker and starts to kill a bunch of SCVs, oh, he's going to completely surround this Marine medic. Run! Okay, he sees it. He's just running back. Good dive into the bunker there. Good reaction speed from SOOP. Not going to lose anything. This is just about it, guys. Sacsri can't really win now. I'm going to run forward here with the Lings again. Trying to loop around the bunker. Just try to run by into the main, I guess. Yeah, this is so bad. Oh, it's so bad. This hurts my Zerg soul, guys. That many Lings being made and not getting anything done is brutal. He sees the +1 upgrading. He sees the 5 racks behind this. He knows what a pickle he's in. He needs to stop some of these turrets from making, because he's going to have maybe 3-4 mutas coming across the map. And if he doesn't win with those mutas, he's just going to be cooked. Absolutely cooked. And so he's getting a few Marine kills here and there, but overall, SOOP handling this pretty well. He's able to shut down. Oh, there's 5 mutas. 5 mutas is not too bad. But yeah, if he just didn't do enough damage. The Lings didn't do enough damage. Trying to pick off a Marine or two as it pops out. 2 do end up getting picked off in the end, but we're going to lose a Muta. Yeah, Muta goes down. Now he can't even one-shot. Can't even one-shot these Marines until another Muta does arrive. He does get that other Muta. He knows that there's a chance. There's no range here for the Marines right now. It's his best opportunity to get in here and deal damage. Of course, with more turrets coming up, that's kind of going to be all she wrote, guys. Turrets are up in large number. Lings are just not enough. GG is called, and SOOP takes this series. Kind of a wild final game here. That was definitely supposed to be a Terran victory. 4-pool just sucks, guys. I mean, this is just pure exasperation from Sacsri. Yeah, easy $500. The second time I've seen Sacsri in the DUEL series, and the second time I've been disappointed. Me too, man. I'm a little disappointed in Sacsri. I don't know why he decided to go for the 6-pool. Kind of throwing away his opportunity to do anything in this series. Gambling. Just gambling. And honestly, if it's not a CC first, in 2025, 2024, 2025, you just lose. The Terran player just has enough SCVs. He just fights the Lings and gets a bunker up. Just fight the Lings with the SCVs. You get the bunker online. GG. That is unfortunate, guys. I'm really hoping for some better series here coming up soon. I'm going to talk more with Starcast TV. Noah Builder, thank you again for the 50 gems, man. That's your second entry for that ASL jacket. It is what it is, boys. 4-pool defense was figured out 25 years ago. It still seemed like we even have people saying, you know, even in, I don't want to call anybody out. Never mind. I'm not going to call anybody out, but you know, thinking that the if you're going for a wall in this Terran, it's like if there's a 4 pool, you just, the Terran player is going to lose, but it's just not the case, man. It's just, SCVs are strong. They're just strong. Lings are not that good. And you even have to pull a drone at the early stage to go and scout too. Figure out where your opponent is. That's rough. Another loss for Sacsri in the SOOP Duel series. I wonder if we'll see him back again in the future. Yeah, he didn't even handle it well. You're right. You're right, Scurf. I mean, he could have pulled every SCV, held the wall, and just got a bunker up at the wall. He wouldn't have lost the supply depot, and he would have been able to easily take his CC behind that wall and just be in a fantastic spot. But it was super clumsy, the hold, and it was still fine. Still able to easily take that. I tell you guys, I tell you what, if Sacsri had, after killing that SCV in the main, thrown down a Hydralisk Den and gone for a Lurker instead of the mass Ling into Muta play, I think he could have had a pretty good chance there. For sure. He could have sent a bunch of Lurkers up, got a big contain, you know, switched directly into Defiler, and maybe won that game. Also, I mean, if he could have gotten a surround on the Marines as well, it would have been pretty strong. But the thing about how many Lurkers can you get off of 7 drones, though? Well, not many. The same goes for Mutas, right? Wasn't able to make many Mutas either. The problem with that map is also Sacsri didn't back away enough from the pizza slice, right? There's a pizza slice out there, and you can't see... he had the Overlord, but he couldn't fully see where the Marines were on the pizza slice, and the Marines could see the Lings down on the low ground. He needed to wait for the Marines to come out a little further, pull the Lings back, you know, to the next pizza slice, you know what I mean? And then as the Marines make their way to that next high ground, then dive on top of those Marines. Instead, he kind of let the Marines spot him and run back into that bunker. Yeah, things can get pretty complicated if you kill that first Marine medic group and then kill the bunker. Yeah, he wasn't playing very well, for sure. Yeah, just put 1 Ling up. That's fine, too. Yeah, you're right. A bit unfortunate. We've had some stomps so far in this new SOOP Duel series. I actually need to change this to a 3, by the way. I haven't updated that on my template. Been a little busy lately. ASL has been absolutely crazy, guys. ASL has been complete fire. I've been doing some laddering as well, kind of off stream. I really do want to improve. Been practicing quite a bit, but the struggle is real, guys. It is crazy. When is the ASL finals? It's the 25th of May at 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time, and it'll be live here on SCTVEN. I wonder if that's any better for you guys in North America. 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time. I wonder what time that is PST. It is, like 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. 10 p.m. is pretty decent. It's 2 p.m. for you, or 2 a.m. for you. You must be East Coast, maybe, no, EST would be 1 a.m. Anyway, it starts later than it says. It says 2 p.m., but it'll start like a half hour after that, I'm sure. They have to do all the intro and everything. Uruguay, okay. Cool. Eddie Slide. What's up, buddy? A little late, but the more that the series was a little early. It was a little fast. SOOP versus Sacsri, nothing to write home about, I'd say. Everything's going to be kind of overshadowed by the ASL right now and the epicness of the round of 4, but this was truly a stomp here. Hey, I'm just saying, Best versus Sulky finals. I done told y'all. You done did it, Eddie. You made it happen. Best versus Sulky. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Tune in for that, guys. Next week, Sunday. Obviously, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm just chilling here. Right now, it is Saturday for me. Saturday the 16th in Japan. My wife is in Tokyo. She has a yoga event. Actually, she's not going to Tokyo. What am I saying? She was supposed to go to Tokyo, but the yoga event got canceled due to weather. It's supposed to be an outdoor thing, so she's in Nagoya instead. Still has some stuff to do in Nagoya. And so... Still Thursday. Am I wrong? Oh, it's Friday. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm not looking at my calendar correctly. Yeah, it's Friday, the 16th. Nagoya, big city. It's huge. It's a huge city, man. It's it's right next to Toyota City, where Toyota is based. It's like the economic hub of Japan. It's like the business city, the business capital of Japan. Kyoto is like the historic capital. Osaka is the cultural capital. Tokyo is everything combined. Yeah, I would say Nagoya is like the Chicago or something like that of Japan. Like, people don't really go there for fun. It's more of a workplace. I've never been to Chicago, but that's kind of my feeling from what I've heard. The Houston, something like that. That's where my wife's family is from, kind of that area. So she's gonna go there and hang out for a few days. So I'm just chilling by myself for the next 3 days. Probably do some streaming. Maybe practice some Zerg strats on stream, something like that. I've been struggling on ladder lately. Just struggling. Is what it is. Problem is I watch so much pro Starcraft and I kind of hold myself to higher standard. I just got to be okay with struggling, having hard time losing. Part of the process. Best is inspiring me to pick up Broodwar again. I went back to playing SC2. Don't judge. Nah, it's all right. It is hard, guys. It is tough. It is what it is. We're all out here struggling. I kids work too much to get time to play. Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's such a commitment. And also, playing Broodwar after like a hard day of work, it feels like another job almost. Like, I'm tired after playing Broodwar, man. It's so much effort. I recently saw on the Steam store that they had a bunch of Star Wars stuff on sale, so I picked up Knights of the Old Republic, and I've been playing that because I never played it when I was a kid, and I heard it was great. So I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic, and I'll probably play Old Republic 2 after. I'm not sure if it's any good. I haven't really heard anything about it. I'm like, Knights of the Old Republic, where am I right now? I'm in the Sith, the Valley of Sith Lords. And I'm doing the trials. Anyways, guys, I gotta go to the washroom. I'll probably get on stream and stream on YouTube after this, so come check me out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, we can get a better series tomorrow. We'll be back again with the SOOP Duel series. Thanks to everybody who donated. Let me make sure that I've got the number right here. Oh, actually, I didn't add that extra 50, so it's at 250 now. Thanks for the support, guys. Best of luck in the draw for that ASL jacket.